This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday the 22nd. James Spann here. Kind of a cloudy-ish, comfortable day, but cold air is knocking on the door, and already our friends up in northwest Alabama are feeling it. Let's take a look out the window. First off, from Birmingham, the sky mostly cloudy as expected. It's been an overcast day and a dry day. The rain ended before the pre-dawn hours this morning. If you want sunshine, you better go down south. That's our Atmore sky cam down in Escambia County near the Florida state line. The sky down there has become partly sunny. And let's go way out west to Greenwood, Mississippi, over in the Delta. And over there, it's an overcast, cool afternoon. They're starting to get pretty cold over there as the cold air rushes in. There's the water vapor satellite shot. You can see the active southern stream. We had the one wave that came through this morning. The next one shows up off to the west, approaching West Texas, and down below there's your surface boundary passing through. It's a polar front. It's running through East Alabama at early afternoon, and again in the wake of that it's going to turn pretty chilly. And you can see at 1 o'clock this afternoon it's 32 in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's not that far away. Readings in the 20s back in Kansas, teens back in the Rockies, and we will be noticeably colder for the rest of this week. There's our numbers at 1 o'clock, and you can see still pretty mild along Interstate 20. You got Birmingham at 58, but you get back in the colder air. Haleyville, 11 degrees colder. They've got 47, and that cold air is working its way south. Precipitation for the next 5 days. Not much. This is suggesting just a trace between now and Saturday morning at 6 o'clock during the valid period. Sounds about right. We'll have a couple of systems passing south of here, and they might bring a few sprinkles or flurries, but for now, doesn't look like a big deal. Look at the GFS. This is at noon tomorrow at 500 millibars. And there's your shortwave moving into West Texas. Down below that, a pretty good little snow maybe for Dallas-Fort Worth. This set of runs, more aggressive for the Metroplex as opposed to Waco and Austin. Whatever, looks like maybe a few inches of snow for Dallas-Fort Worth. And around here tomorrow will be a cool and dry day. The high should be pretty close to 50. Now, we'll go to tomorrow night at midnight. A little higher resolution look here, and you can see how the critical thickness line, the freeze line at 850, 5,000 feet, is near Montgomery, and a little moisture creeping in here. So that might mean a few sprinkles or flurries, and we'll go to 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. Same deal. Of course, the cold air deeper at that point, so maybe midnight tomorrow night through 6 o'clock Wednesday morning, some risk of sprinkles or snow flurries, but doesn't look like much at all. The deeper moisture way down south, and then by noon on Wednesday, everything is way down south. We'll peek at the Canadian just for the fun of it. This is at 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. Now, this model is a little more aggressive, we note, with moisture, suggesting there might be enough for a dusting of snow in spots, but for now we'll just wait for another run or two before we even go there. The GFS has been pretty consistent, and even this would be pretty light. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll go to noon on Wednesday, and again, the light snow flurries off to the east. Thursday, we're kind of in between. Looks like a cold and dry day. Highs only in the 40s there. Low to mid-40s more than likely. Friday, yeah, here comes that next short wave. We see that over eastern Texas. Down below that, more snow out there. How about some snow for Texarkana, Little Rock, Arkansas, El Dorado, Arkansas. And the trajectory is headed southeast. We'll go to Friday night at midnight. And this is showing some light snow across a large part of Mississippi, a surface low developing in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll go to Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, and poof, it just kind of goes away. This is suggesting not much moisture. And again, like this thing tomorrow night, maybe enough for a dusting in spots, a little light snow. But we've had so much this winter, dusting is really no big deal. So we don't think that'll be an issue. So just keep in mind, late Friday night, early Saturday morning, some risk of light snow. We'll peek at the Canadian. This is valid Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, and it's got all the moisture way down south. In fact, if you were to take that model on face value, there would be accumulating snow in Mobile and Gulf Shores and Dothan. We'll watch that. You know, these El Nino systems can certainly bring surprises. The Canadian, Saturday morning. This is Saturday at midday, very similar to the GFS, the bulk of the deep moisture way down south. And again, if there's any accumulating snow, it would be in places like Atmore and Geneva and not around here. So we'll just kind of discount both of these systems and make adjustments as need be. Sunday, in the wake of that, we're just cool and dry and really not extremely cold. And yeah, we see the next one coming over Texas and more snow in Lubbock and Amarillo and Childress. And then Monday of next week, that new wave spins up a surface low in the Gulf. And yeah, we see the northern fringe of that could be in the form of snow here. There's a look at Monday night. The surface low deepens. The really deep moisture on this run is down south, but we all know that often the GFS will be adjusting north. This could be a problem here. Again, it's too early to make a call on that, but winter weather potential early next week, absolutely. And then on March the 2nd, the surface low deepens off in the Atlantic, and it gets cold here. So unfortunately, the one thing we don't see is any real warmth anytime soon like we enjoyed this weekend. And by the way, there's a peek at the, let's see, this is the European, valid at 6 a.m. Tuesday of next week. And it's a little slower with the system. It's still got the thing down there in the Gulf, and it's got the critical thickness line near Birmingham. So look, we can sit here and speculate and guess and wish cast and all that. We just don't know yet. Let's let it get closer. We'll make adjustments on that. The end of the forecast on the 10th of March, another short wave. Ooh, another snow for Memphis, huh? Goodness. And again, it's just a cold, unsettled winter, and it looks like that's going to continue into March. So be thankful you enjoyed this nice weekend we just had. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.